Hello. First, I want to thank everybody. It's been quite overwhelming. I've had so many messages. I've had people trying to even call. I'm still not taking phone calls because the more I think about it, I just start crying again. And I didn't reply to any messages yet because it just gets me going again. So the majority of everybody's comment says homeschool, and that's not kind of where I was trying to get at. My point is my daughter is in public school, and we need a solution in public school. And the solution in public school means there needs to be proper acceptance. I realize that our school district says that they are a zero tolerance, no bullying school. But the reality is, how on earth are they supposed to do that? What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to, we're dragging parents in and disciplining the parents? Is that really, our little community isn't like that. That's just not how our community is. So, honestly, I posted the video encouraged by other people in two groups that I feel safe in. They're not ally groups or LGBT community groups, but they are groups that accept me for who I am. So in those groups, I had several, all the same thing, just like on my page or anywhere else I posted my video. My absolute ball baby crying rant, that is not typically me. If I'm going to cry, it's going to be with one other person because it's the subject that we've decided to discuss. So, our community is reserved, as I mentioned, small town USA. The last time there was a murder here was in 1977, I believe, 77, 78 maybe. That went unsolved for several years until the person who killed the Erkenbach gentleman. Oh, that was one of the major stories that I made my father-in-law repeat to me over and over and over again because I could not believe as a kid, well, as a teenager here in Colville, that there was an unsolved mystery in our community. Anyway, moving on. So that's just what it is. We live in a much smaller community. There is no LGBT program here. There is no group. There's nothing like that. And I'm not saying that's what I'm expecting to happen, but there definitely needs to be change. Everybody needs to be welcome. Everybody needs to be accepted. So, what do? Do I give my time and do I start a program? And where do I even begin? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I have, since I was young, a young mom, I've made sure that all my kids' friends knew that I was there. I'm always there. I'm a safe person. They can come to me for whatever they need. And then I lived through a mass shooting, and that changed. I became Mama Bear who had to watch over everybody. Yeah, my oldest daughter had a cell phone at that point, and I had to make sure she was safe at all times. That was life-changing. And then I had these two younger kids, these ones that are struggling in school. They both have their own issues, but they're both struggling. So honestly, what it comes down to is there needs to be change enough and cooperation enough with the school system that a program, a group, a curriculum is added to a health class, a psychology class, something to just do with our community and loving each other. And if you can't bring yourself to love each other, to not hate, just take your hate out somewhere else. Like, when you're really mad about something and you don't know how to figure it out, go for a walk, hit the punching bag, whatever you got to do. But you don't take it out on other people, ever. You just don't do it. I did not raise my kids that way, and I don't want them to live in a world, a community, a neighborhood that acts that way. My daughters, the 2 that are left in school, deserve a happy, healthy community where they can be in. And that's the end of that. So, I didn't think I was going to bring this up, but I'm gonna. Not only am I Mama Bear, but people will come to me. I've had kids who are questioning themselves, and they don't dare go to anybody in their family. But they've gone to Zola, or one of my kids. And I'm always willing to listen. I'm just a listener. I'm not there to tell them what to do, how to make their own choices. They need to figure that out on their own. I always had to figure it out on my own, but I will definitely be there to support you. So, Zola became very out when she went into middle school. And she had a swarm of people that knew who she was and how did your parents take it? What did your mom say? How on earth did you ever say anything like that to them? And why are you so comfortable saying it to us? And why is this okay? And because it has always been, this isn't something new. This is not something new. I have relatives in the LGBT. I had step-siblings in the LGBT. I had friends growing up in New York in the LGBT. It is not new. There's nothing new about it. And now that we have a more wider acceptance of gay marriage, one of the letters in the community has to be attacked now. And that's the trans. Everybody wants to pick on the trans people. There's a lot of transphobia, and that's become the new circle of hate is all around that T. So when Zola decided, she came to me and she goes, "Hey Mom, you want to shave my head?" And I was like, "I've been asking you forever. Hey, can I shave your head again? Can I shave your head again?" I mean, obviously I have no problem with really short hair on girls. She had it since kindergarten. And I shaved her head, and I really should have been more aware that more was coming. So then Zola had her sister bleach her hair with my stuff. I don't use any high volume 40, none of that. And then she did the little leopard with the purple and black in her hair. And as soon as she did that, this was the one thing I cried about that I had just found out about that had happened on New Year's Eve or around that time. Somebody sent Zola a video. They were teenage kids. They were all drunk. And a boy who does not even know my daughter, doesn't know her as a person, doesn't know her as a classmate, doesn't know her as somebody who is graduating within the 4 years that they've been at our school. She does not believe they were from here. But one of the persons was from here. They called her a trans B something. I can't even remember. It was so revolting. I think I've said all that I can. It has to stop. Coming up with such hate has to stop. Stop targeting anybody, not just my kids. Stop it. Just stop it. I'm not going to start crying. I'm going to have to end the video now. Thank you, everybody who was so good.